Today, children, is a good day. Look who joined the party. Oh my goodness. Can we just? Excuse me. So I have talked about this machine coming for quite a while. We have been, since before the shed was finished, we knew we wanted one. Sorry, I'll let you look at it in the background. We knew we wanted one, and for that reason we did not put automatic scrapers in the passageways. We thought we'd be fine scraping with the tractor for a while. Turns out scraping with the tractor is probably not the best idea because the cows are not staying as clean as what they should have been. That teamed with me not shaving their tails as much as I should, and it meant for dirty cows. But like I have said all along, we are learning. I'm learning. It's a new thing. It's like, I don't know, it's just like, get off. And you. Hello. So is that cow literally going to chase that thing? As you can see, this has been in less than a day, and they're not bothered at all. They're really not bothered. They really don't care. I thought they'd follow it round, but they didn't. They just kind of looked at it, which is kind of funny. They are so much cleaner on the floor. I mean, seriously. Look at this. Now, I will try and find some pictures of it in days gone by of what it looked like in a morning. And to be fair, it actually looks like this, which is just in front of the robot. Now, honestly, I can't, it's actually clean. You could walk around in your trainers. Not that you'd want to, but you could walk around in your trainers. I'm really already a day in impressed. They don't care at all. It's going past them. It's just chilling. It is just chilling. She needs to go for a robot. She's leaking. So some of the advantages of this, I was going to time lapse it and do loads of silly things, but actually I think you'd probably rather hear the reasons behind why we're doing what we're doing. So in the past, what we'd do is we'd come out in the morning and we would have to scrape the outside passageways so they were clear, so that then we went and got the Keenan and we drove around the shed to the feed belt, tipped it out. All the cows migrated to the edge, and then we scraped the inside passageways. In that time, the bobcat was tied up. I was tied up with the bobcat and ended up just fannying around a little bit. Roy had been waiting for me to scrape the outside passages in order to take the Keenan down, because you didn't want the cows coming to the outside before you'd scraped it, because otherwise then you would be ploughing through them to scrape it. It was just generally a little bit of a pain in the arse, if I'm perfectly honest, and it became a bit of a bind. So it was probably, I'm gonna say, 40 minutes in the morning, 40 minutes at night, at the fastest, when you're not moving cows out of the way. Bear in mind, every time I came up to a cow's arse, if it's sticking out slightly, luckily these are really well-fitting cubicles, so they're not so bad, but there will be a cow somewhere with its bottom sticking over the edge. You had to wait, move the cow, because otherwise you could take her out of the cubicle with the scraper. Driver error was a thing, and you had to be really careful. So what are the hopes with it? Oh my God, that's a really good image behind me. Hold on, I'll turn you around. Now, our floor. We knew we might come up against this. We're not particularly happy with how slippery it is. Now, a lot of people said we wouldn't be, and we would end up having it grooved. I think we will do it in stages and have it grooved, just for cow safety, if anything. It's not the worst, but in certain areas, I don't know whether it's because we were scraping and there was little puddles sitting where the scraper, where a cow had peed essentially, and it was sitting. Like, the robot hasn't been down there, and it literally is sucking. You can see the clear line. It's sucking all the water up, which is brilliant, which might help the situation, but still, I didn't quite realise how essential it would be to have good grip on the floor. I mean, we had poorly grooved sheds with suckler cows for years, and they never had an issue. Never had an issue. If they fell over, they got up. These things seem to be slightly different. If they fall over, it's kind of not game over, but it's quite serious. So yeah, I think we'll be getting the shed grooved at some point. I'll give Dean a ring. We'll do the back spot first because that's where anything slightly poorly or fresh carved goes, and then we'll move, you know, passage by passageway in here. So the hopes is that with having a cleaner floor, the beds are going to be cleaner, number one. The bags are going to be cleaner and the feet are going to be cleaner. I think the cow health is the priority. Aside from the money we've had to spend, I honestly think it will be worth it to keep them that bit cleaner and, you know, less foot problems. Not that we're not doing the feet and they're not going through foot baths and stuff, but just to keep them dry. As you can see, they're walking round and they are not paddling through shit. I've been to some farms with Lely before and I've come back to Roy and I've said, Roy, you can walk around in your trainers. And he's been like, no, you can't, don't be silly. Like, when we walk around, like, we're literally paddling SH1T everywhere. And it's not a good look. The cows are dirty, and no matter how many times, like, I can scrape, 3 times a day, and it still doesn't keep them clean enough. And then I just feel like I'm always in the building moving them. I'm a disruption to them. I'm stopping their little routine. I'm moving them away from the fronts of the robots because they're all queuing up to get in their little order that they do. And then there's me like beeping them out of the way to get in with a scraper. So yeah, I do think it's going to be, it's going to make a massive difference. It really is. Not only just to time, and you know, I suppose we should value our time as money as members of staff, but we don't. But yeah, not only to time, I think it's going to make a bigger difference to the cows. And it'll take my weight. I can sit on the row up, watch this space. I mean, it's literally been in this back spot and just cleaned it. It's the novelty will never wear off. I nearly didn't get that then. Aviation updates. Does it bang into cows? That's what people are asking. Let's see. Like, I haven't seen a cow that won't get out the way yet. They honestly just tend to get out of the way. I'm trying to catch a cow that stands in the way, but it's just not happening. I mean, this looks like a real struggle.
I did it like 3 times and down my
Right, you ready? Sorry. Excuse me while I just walk around in my Crocs. Morning. Go on, take that one as well. Drink that one. You sat in like the worst area ever before. You sat like on the edge, hon. I'm very much presuming these are like energy drinks. But she's shuffled all the way forward, so she's practically on the bloody concrete with no straw on, which is not ideal. So I'm just giving her those. Bolus her before she stands up, which is ideal. Calf's on the clean straw at the back. She is looking at it. She's not making any move to get to it. Let's see if when it starts making noises, if she moves. Ideally, I would like her to lick it off and let it drink. That would be great. This is the last beef shorthorn. That's it. Job's over. That is the last calf. It's not written on the system that there's another, and she's had one perfectly healthy calf, but I just have a feeling it's the way she's not automatically like stood up, and we have had a serious spate of twins. Is she still pushing? I can't decide. I'll let her drink a cow juice and then see where we're at. Stop diving in. How are you, baby short stuff? Are you okay over here? Well, at least you're dry. Okay, so she hasn't actually moved yet. I really wanted to go to the auction today, but Well, honestly, with that flat out, it just ain't happening. I've split a few more calves up. One of these in here, that one there, or is it the one next to it, has got a bit of the shits. So I'm pulling that out entirely and I'm going to shove it down there. I've just strawed everybody. I'm going to take all of the milk bars off and go and wash them. Does anyone know? Serious question. How do you... I bought a load of brackets for these green ones from Cramp, thinking that they'd be really easy and I'd just put them on. What's the protocol? Like, do you... Like, where do they go? I mean, do people attach them to walls? Do people... I just don't really understand the crack. I don't know, and I'm loath to sort of drill into anything like this. I don't know. And if you tied them on, the way to just pull them round. So I don't really know the crack. I don't really know what... I just don't know. I feel a bit stupid in this situation. But yeah, really wanted to go to the auction. Actually don't have time, to be perfectly honest. And in more of a reality, we don't actually have any money to spend, which is a shame because I'm really good at spending money. But yeah, it's just not, maybe not this time. Maybe I'll go when we've got a bit more and have a look. But yeah, gutted because there's actually some stuff that I really, really want. That milk taxi had my name on, but Boy says we can't. He says we've no money. Quick FYI, I know this is a separate video that I'm recording now, but I'm going to put this in tonight. Me and Rebecca Wilson are doing a talk at Kirkby Stephen auction tomorrow night. If you're local and you're watching, get your sends down there. What are we talking about? Just a journey into social media and sharing farming's story in general. Just a bit of banter. They're having like an open night of do. So I'll put the flyer in above me speaking and I'll also put the link in the video below. So the venue, it's at the Kirkby H&H Boardway Mart. We just call it Kirkby. H&H Kirkby Stephen. Just call it Kirkby Auction and be done with it. Like, what else do you know it as? Do you use its full title when you say you're going to go and take sheep? No, you do not. Anyway, we're at Kirkby Auction tomorrow night. Land down if you're local. I'm sorry, I know I keep showing you, but look at this. Just paving its way down the shed, hoovering up pish as it goes. Technology here is the same as refueling in the air, and Lely owned the patent for it, which I was amazed by. I think they own something like 4,000 patents to things that you would not expect, and that is one of them. They also own all the really decent patents for robots, and everybody else has to make a variation. So just saying, like, just saying. I mean, always a voice, never an echo, you know. I'm not happy with my silk scarf on. The cow that we didn't even assist calving this morning, I'm not happy. It's not her calf. She thinks it's her calf, but it's not her calf. She's just a stealer. She's stolen the last 3 calves and not even had her own. Look at her, she literally thinks it's hers. This calf is colossal. It's huge. Let me show you the size of it. I'm just bringing it in here to give it a nice bed and a heat lamp. Are you ready to see how big this thing is? Let me show you fully. Hold on. Good calf. Go on. Show everyone how overly large you are. Right, can we go? We'll just go in here. In here, then we can have a heat lamp, all right? I'll make you up a bed in there. I think you've got the full. It's this big. It's huge. It's really big. This would be quite a big cow for like a suckler cow, not a little Jersey cow, but calf's really annoying. This is the last beef shorthorn. This is it. That is it. We are now. It just picked me. we are now onto our own, I don't know what calves. Let me find out. Calves have been painful to put on, especially this wonky faced little thing. It's been really, really naughty, painful to put on a bucket. Honestly, it's ridiculous for like a couple of hours old calf. I can't even cope with how big this thing is. It's just crazy. I guarantee it weighs more than me. I guarantee it. That cow's doing my head in. She thinks that that calf is her calf. It isn't her calf. She hasn't even had a calf yet. His little bed, his little heat lamp. He just needs a jacket. I'll go and grab one. And then I am going to spread some straw in here because I threw it over before, then got distracted. And I've left it in big piles in their pens, and that's very much a no-no because it just gets, it's not right. And then I also need to go and find another heat lamp and see if it works. Okay, so I can't remember how long my video is, but I'm going to go inside and make it. So I'm going to record an ending for you. It's kind of cold. Yes, I am absolutely in love with that scraper. So let me show you where it sits in the building, for one. In terms of the building, it sits in the corner next to the gate. Now, I am aware that means we can't put the gate in anymore, which is fine. We can just open it outwards. Or we could get a smaller gate made and put this massive one here for now, where all these just gates are, because we've not done anything with that yet. This thing's brilliant. I love it. Why, it's changed the whole vibe of the shed completely. I haven't seen it bang into a cow yet, but I have no fear that it actually would do if they didn't move out of the way. But I think they've kind of gathered now that it doesn't stop. Unlike me on the Bobcat, which they quite liked standing in front of because I had to stop. The shed's cleaner. They're not trampling SH1T everywhere. Their feet are drier. Their legs are drier. Honestly, really, really impressed. Really impressed. So I'm going to leave the video here because it's almightily long. So thank you very, very much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Love you a long time. And I'll see you next time.